Hey everybody, this is Coach Mike here with Coach Walkenhorst. He's our new high school coach here at Bonneville High School. We're going to talk a little bit about the U Conference program. First, wanted to give you a second to introduce yourself.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Coach Walkenhorst here. Spent all my life in football, either as a player or as a coach. I've had the opportunity. I went to Weber State University, so I'm familiar with Ogden. I'm familiar with the community. Was able to coach there, and then spent time coaching at some different colleges. And then spent time coaching at two different high schools in California. Then I was the head coach at Pleasant Grove High School, and now I'm coming to Bonneville, so I'm happy to be at Bonneville and to be a Laker.
Awesome, and we're super excited to have you on board. As you know, we've been working hard pushing the U, trying to push the U Conference program here in the Bonneville area. We were working with your predecessor, Jance, before that. He was a big supporter. You're on board with it. Wanted to ask you, what's the importance of kids being in consistently competitive games?
I just think it's going to allow kids to be able to play against kids that are at their level, which is going to help with their development. Sometimes when kids are playing teams that are above or too far below their level, it impacts the player's development. The great thing about the Ute Conference that I'm a big fan of is the competitive nature. Both with the A team and a B team. If a player's on a B team, they're going to be playing other similar B teams in the Ute League. They're not going to be going out and getting, playing against a team that's unrealistic in terms of being on that same level. And so that's why I'm a big proponent of the Ute League is our A teams are going to play against other A team talent. The B teams are going to play against B team talent. That's going to be a competitive game for them, but not a game where it's going to be disheartening and where the kids are going to start to doubt themselves.
Yeah, that's awesome. And having coached in the WFL for 3 years and last year in the U Conference, I can attest to that. Our games were much more competitive last year in the U Conference than they had been in the past in the WFFL. And when you look at statistically, the U Conference actually has the stated goal of all games being within 2 scores. Right, and actually, I heard from one of the directors this year that they're actually even reducing that. They want every game to be within 1 score. Obviously, that's not the case. Nothing's perfect, but to have a league that their goal is stated that hey, they want competition consistently. That's awesome for me. And I'll say that my kids on my team, I call all of the kids on my team my kids, that their development was much greater last year, consistently being in those competitive games as opposed to last year. The other big reason we're making this push is so that we can join Riverdale, South Ogden, Washington Terrace, and UNA. What's the importance to the high school program of all these kids playing together from an earlier age?
Yeah, for the high school program, we want to be unified, we want to be one. And to have a strong high school program, we need a strong Little League program. And what we need from the Little League program is for them to become one. It's hard to have a strong program when you have 2 different programs going on within the Little League program. I'm asking for the Little League to come together from the Bonneville area, from the Bonneville high school boundaries, come together and to be a part of the Ute League so that the kids can start playing together from an early age, 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, and so on. They're playing together, the kids will know each other, and it's going to bring unity. As they go throughout the program and then get into high school, they'll be used to playing together. And then another benefit is we can work with the Little League coaches to get the Little League coaches starting to use the same verbiage that the high school uses, working on some of the same stuff when it comes to schemes with offense, defense, special teams, so that by the time these kids get into high school, they've heard the same verbiage. We're not having to change our verbiage. They're not having to learn new verbiage, but they're able to understand, hey, a speed out, when a Little League coach says it, it's the same thing when a high school coach says it, right? A whip route, it's the same thing for the Little League as it is for the high school. That's going to make teaching so much more effective and efficient once those players get into high school, because they'll already know what we mean when we say a whip route. They'll know what we mean when we say split safety coverage. That's going to be a big help.
Yeah, and that's something I've seen even coaching my kids for the last 4 years. Some will, as we bring them in, we'll teach them, hey, this is a post route, or this is a corner, or this is a whip, or whatever. And they're looking at, on Madden it called them this, or my other Little League coach called them that, or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is a huge hurdle as a coach to have to teach new nomenclature every year. So conversely, if we're teaching the same thing unified from an early age, yeah, that's going to make that transition a lot easier for you guys at the high school level. Well, thank you for your time, Coach.
Thanks.
It's great talking with you. We're really excited for what you're going to do for Bonneville. And yeah, registration is open for U Conference for this year. Go ahead and go to the U Conference page to get signed up. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, Mike Lewis, and information will be linked to this video. Have a great day.